So when it comes to competitiveness, I'm glad you brought that up, because Canada, of course, pays a carbon tax, and while so that has an in particular and disproportionate effect on the transportation sector, specifically rail, which you all mentioned that it's important for commodities to get from the farm, which is generally by truck, to a inland port, which would then go from on rail to a major port, and then from the port to wherever in the world. The carbon tax. Does that have an impact on Canada's competitiveness to be able to get our products to market? I'll start with Mr. Irons, then Mr. Carey, and then Mr. Harvey. Go ahead.
I think Mr. Carey is best placed to speak to this.
Sure, Mr. Carey.
It does. My organization has been a proponent of Bill C-234 since its inception. That would alleviate the carbon pricing on a farm. However, every time the price of carbon goes up, whether that's rail, whether that's inputs, custom haul trucking, that all gets passed down to the farmer in many ways. So farmers are saying that their major for canola, we have 60% of the world trade is Canada, but Australia is our largest competitor. They're much closer to markets, and they do not have a carbon tax. So anything that takes money out of the farmers' pockets to reinvest in their operations does impact our ability to compete with places like the United States, Australia, and South America.
No, and I appreciate that, and I hope my Liberal colleagues are watching, because quite often they say, oh, well, because you get money back, therefore everything's a wash, but it's that impact that it has on competitiveness that is very significant, and 234 does address, at least in its original form, a key part of that, but you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're saying that it's so much more than that in terms of the impact on the sector as a whole. Am I correct in that?
Yes,